Hello and welcome. Today we are going to evaluate A and B. Now, if I want to find A and B, I must have both sides number on its own and surd component, but in our left hand side, we have surd's component in the denominator as well. So, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to rationalize the denominator. So I write the question again. I'm going to rearrange the left hand side. I'm going to start doing the left hand side first. I'm going to change the whole left hand side in that format, a plus root b. For that, I started with the left hand side, that is equal to, and you have to remember when you want to rationalize, 5 plus 4 root 2 is the conjugate of 5 minus 4 root 2. So remember that theory. So what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to write them again, and I'm going to multiply both. I write the question again. Now I'm going to multiply both numerator and denominator by the conjugate of 5 minus 4 root 2, which is 5 plus 4 root 2. So multiply the denominator by its conjugate. When I do something, I do exactly same with the numerator as well. So I multiply the numerator also by 4 root 2. Okay, so next step what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to simplify the numerator. So when I go to the numerator, my numerator is 3 plus root 2 times 5 plus 4 root 2. I'm just going to expand this. So when I expand, first I expand 3 by this, 3 by that, and the next I will be doing that. First I do this first. So that's going to be 3 times 5, 15, plus 3 times 4 root 2. I write one more line so that you don't get mixed up. Then I have to do the second term by this, and second term by the fourth term. So I'm just going to do that. So that means root 2 times 5 plus root 2 times 4 root 2. Okay, now I'm just going to simplify the terms. When I do that, 15 plus, this becomes 3 times 4, 12 root 2. 12 root 2 plus, this becomes 5 root 2. And the next number is root 2 times root 2 is 4. Root 2 times root 2 is 2 times 4, which is 8. Now I am going to group the like terms, which is 15 plus 8, 23, plus 15 root 2 plus 5 root 2 is 17 root 2. Okay, 17 root 2. Then I just go here. I'm going to replace the numerator by, I got the numerator simplified as 23 plus 17 root 2. So 23 plus 17 root 2. And this divided by, okay, now we go to the denominator. Now the denominator is 5 minus 4 root 2, 5 minus 4 root 2 times 5 plus 4 root 2. Now we have to remember a plus b times a minus b equal to a square minus b square. We have to remember that. By applying that, I'm just going to get this as 5 square, take away 4 root 2 square, using this rule. Okay, using this rule, that's what we get. Now 5 square is 25 minus 4 root 2 square is 4 root 2 times 4 root 2 would be 16 times 2, which is 32. So that is 32, which simplifies to negative 7. Okay, so the denominator simplifies to negative 7. I go back to the question and I put negative 7. So now we can write this as 23 over minus 7 plus, I'm just going to write this as minus 17 over 7 root 2. Okay, now this is going to be equal to a, so this is a plus root b. So this has to be compared with a plus root b. So now I'm going to rewrite the, so these are all like working, and I'm going to add a page here. So now we end up getting, so we have just write the question again. The question is, okay, so it's given, the question is 3 plus root 2 divided by 5 minus 4 root 2 equal to a plus root b. But we have done 3 plus root 2 divided by 5 minus root 2 as 23 minus, we have proved this part, 5 minus 4 root 2 equal to minus 23 over 7 minus 17 by 7 root 2. Okay, now by comparing this, I'm going to do comparing the 1 and 2. So a is going to be minus 23 over 7. By comparing the two equations, I get a equal to this. But then I will get b equal to minus 17 over 7 times root 2. That's what we are getting. Now, comparing the two equations, but we have to find b. So squaring both sides, we get b equal to, okay, I just write b equal to, or I can write like this, equal to minus 17 over 7 root 2 square. And when I do that, this is going to be b equal to 289 divided by 49 times 2, which is 578 over 49. So this is the value of b. Okay, you can't simplify, I think. So this is your answer. 49. Okay, so we got the values of a and b. Okay.